Daphne for sure. I know you were friends with her too, for many years. That was a tough loss for the business.
You know, I'll never forget it. I was sitting watching a baseball game. The best way to put it is this: when WrestleMania was in Orlando, she refused to be seen by anybody. She wouldn't go to the convention. She wouldn't do anything because she didn't like how she looked. And she had had
Really.
fusion surgery and couldn't move. She had a thyroid problem. She had a hysterectomy. She had two serious injuries. Um, and she saw me because I was her friend, and I went to give her a hug, and I mean, I literally couldn't touch my hands when I put my hands around her. And that's got to be very, very hard for somebody who made a living, in parts being zombie hot, the goth goddess. And she was struggling, and I told her, I said, Shannon, who cares? I mean, you're the same person, so what? Your shell's a little different. What's the difference? But she had issues with her weight. Obviously, she had bipolar disorder. She had a number of mental health issues, and she just fell into a deep depression and couldn't get out. I mean, she thought she was alone, and she wasn't.
You just never know what somebody's going through. I was talking with, I don't know if you know who Lexi Fife is.
Absolutely.
I had her on the show recently, and she was talking about her friendship with Daphne, and
Yeah, I know.
she kind of said the same thing. She wanted to lend a hand to her, but she
When you're in that state, it doesn't matter what you hear or who reaches out to you. Sometimes if you're that deep into it, you just can't get through. It was
no,
very,
no.
very sad. Like I said, I mean, I have not been in the business nearly as long or as deep as some people, but I've still lost friends. I mean, Brian Christopher was a friend of
Mm-hmm.
mine
Mm-hmm.
and a client of mine. Candy Divine was a friend of mine and a client of mine. Uh, Tracy Smothers was a friend of
Oh
mine
yeah.
and a client of mine.
Mm-hmm.
So, and they're all gone now.